Alright, let's get to it. So right now we're coming out of our second Psychic skill and setting up for our second N'Zoth burn. We're moving to the south side of the room, which is on Diamond. And as soon as we're all stacked here, and these Psychophages are a little bit more handled, we're going to pop Hero and get moving. So actually our Hero is a bit late. It's like 5 to 10 seconds late there. We want to have it early, but it's a rekill, so we're sloppy. Right here is Tank next. It's a great spot for him, and then we'll have Warlock next assigned afterwards. And we're transitioning into phase 2. So as you can see, this is just boss burn. This is just huge boss damage. And we want to be getting ready to work with these Thought Harvesters. So now that we've started phase 2, let's take another look at the guide document and really look at how these anguishes work out. So this first off is the timing for your raid leads. Listen, honestly, guys, what I would do is I would take a video that goes through this step by step by step, and I won't pause in the video so you can see the pacing of the fight, but I want to talk about it ahead of time. First off, dry runs of anguish positioning is going to save you a lot of wipes. Just make sure nobody clicks the boss and starts the fight. That's silly, but it'll happen, so don't tilt. And then everything else here is just timing. So for your raid leads, I would say go through and look at a video that's consistent and make your own timeline, because making that own timeline is going to imprint that in your head a lot better than just watching a video will. But know when you have to do the immunities, know when you have to do the soaks, know when there's bad overlaps, and then move forward. So this is kind of how it works out. Like you see, we're starting out with Anguish 1. Anguish 2 is kind of like this penis shaped thing that goes around Anguish 1. Anguish 3, Anguish 4 are the same positioning along with Anguish 5. Except for Anguish 4, if you do your immunities right, you'll have a lot fewer people that actually need to drop off the Anguish, because the people with the immunities won't have them. So then we have detailed positioning of how people are. Some people don't have, like Forrest doesn't have a class marker here because she was edited in for the rekill in a different spot. You see tanks here are stacked, a couple of them, and then we have two lines. We have the Squidward looking or penis looking Anguish 2. And these are rough positionings for people. The other things, obviously, is the secret phase timing, which is very straightforward, and then the final phase time. Okay, I'll link this document again in the description so you guys don't have to search for it, and you guys can kind of walk through it. So, with that being said, let's look at the rest of this fight, and we're just going to go through it pretty quick. But after you're done with phase 1, after your phase 1's clean, you're at least halfway, if not more nowadays, through this fight. The rest of this fight is just knowing the steps of the dance, so get that into your raiders' heads and you're gonna have it. So right here, Thought Harvesters spawn. Okay, we're gonna group soak this, and immediately after we're gonna use Warlock next. All right, we're gonna use these to top off Insanity, and then as soon as these are over, we get this Anguish, and we're dropping the debuff. Okay, so I'm actually one of the lowest, the people lowest Insanity. For this first one, use a ground marker, use that gate to get across. This beam can be bad, but you're moving back across to the left. Here, drop a healing cooldown. We use a barrier in that barrier for this Anguish, and we also use a Wind Rush. This Wind Rush really helps the people that are kind of far out going in. We had a couple people where this was their first kill that kind of got out of position, so I had to make some adjustments there, but we're moving along. This Paranoia Mind Grasp comes out really quick. And on this one, get to your partner. Just get to him. You can bulldoze over other people, do whatever you got to do, but get to him as quick as possible. Sanity does not matter as much right there on that one. Use your space here. Give everybody space. Everybody's going to have time to get back for the Anguish. Just do what you got to do. And right here, again, make your priority to get back over here for Anguish 3. Okay, this one's a little bit tough, but do what you got to do. Drop it. Get your head up. We'll look at your character's feet and get out of there, and now worry about damage. Okay, now you worry about damage. The Harvesters just have to die before their second cast of Thoughts. This is first immunes, and now we're going to get Anguish 4, and this is the one that overlaps with beams that are going to the right. So you have to really look up. Like right now, we say bad beam, so people look up. Okay, right now this is a safe one, lots of room here to dodge. You can't get that beam, so it comes right at you, and at that point you either have to sidestep to the left or sidestep to the right. Right here, we're actually making a call. Okay, I gotta pause this because I'm I'm like a rapper trying to say things in time, okay? This is second immunity soaks right here in this Harvest Thoughts. And what we say here a lot is move past skull. So you see the skull marker right here? There's going to be a left beam and a paranoia coming up. So we want everybody to move into this area because you see that this anguish is right here? Well, that's going to grow in this direction. Okay, and fill up a little bit of that space. So if you're on the left side of skull and you get a bad beam, you're going to be pushed up against that anguish and maybe even run out of space. If the beam hits you, it'll fear you and do a shitload of damage so you can survive it. And if you have a good way to break the fear, you can actually live through a bad beam, but it's not something I would recommend planning for. It's just kind of like an oh shit moment. So your shamans can drop tremor totems when beams happen if they have time to do it. We typically didn't even assign that. So all right, we're going to be moving past skull here, and we're going to be getting beams. Okay, moving. I get the callow. Now we're in a good spot. We look up for the beam. Okay, beams are good. And now on this one, again, sanity not as hugely important here, but this actually ends up being a pretty good spread. So you see that left group, they got pushed up against the anguish, and now they kind of rely on everybody else. Now, this is the burn on N'Zoth right before secret phase. So you see we're already at like 40%. With corruption nowadays, he's going to be real low coming out of this. I got 2 necks here to top off on sanity before going into secret phase. And for secret phase, I'm just going to talk about how we kind of do all the calls, right? Listen to Squawk here. So he said take lock gate and then take portal. So now we're going downstairs. When you get in here, all you're doing is you're going to have first clicks almost immediately. Everybody else gets here. You get against the wall because the bombs detonating are fall off damage, right? So you get up against the wall. Watch this timer on my screen here. Okay, bomb detonates. As soon as this detonates, you spread. Spread out because he's going to do some shit you got to dodge. Whole time, other than this, you're just burning boss. Or burning mini, whatever, the annihilator, the add in here. Okay, you're just dodging. Then you're getting back. During that dodge, that's where second clicks were. Okay, this is third clicks. There's one in front of raid, one behind raid, and then off to the side. We leave one here. So again, fall off damage. Make sure that people are dropping off this annihilate. The way that works is, it'll eventually expire, and then drop that circle. You just don't want that circle to hit beam. Not a huge deal. This phase is so easy. It's ridiculous how easy it is. Okay, this is going to be fourth clicks coming up. This is one of mine. Go out here. All you do is you just click the. You don't have to click your neck. You don't have to hit extra action button. You just click the orb. When you go through this portal, make sure you're moving forward, and then hold W through the animation. Okay, and you should get a little bit forward. I actually like released W earlier there, like a ding dong. But anyway, you want to get in here. This is a group soak or the Thought Harvester cast, and then right here is where Windrush really helps. Okay, so we're gonna get this. We're gonna get Barrier for the Evoke Anguish cast, which helps a lot. We have our final neck used right there. Windrush to help drop this debuff, and then after this, there's gonna be beams. So you'll see me actually stay to the left of these beams because I look up. Okay, so if I had kept going, I would get hit by this beam. All right, so I just stayed behind it. Some damage on the move, and then this anguish right here has to go to the far right, so you have to get as far right as you can. If you can't make it, like Ding Dong Shaman over here and Ding Dong Mage, just go to the back and drop it in the back. It'll be fine. There's also already at 20%, so we're blasting. And this Paranoia Mind Grasp, get to your partner as soon as you can. And then just give people room. Alright? Now everybody's kind of tucked in. Gonna get dragged out. It's going to be another anguish that goes to the back right. This is one that's a little bit tricky. So you kind of want pre-planned positioning for it, but even if you don't have like exact positions, just give yourselves enough space, man. You don't need eight anguishes with the gear nowadays. So just give it space. Use the space. There's a ton of room here. Okay, this is all immunes, all final immunes. A lot of guilds now just let this go off and go insane here because with the additional damage, you can easily kill it before you go insane. So now here, shamefully, you're gonna see me die in a really stupid way. But I want to, obviously, I'm gonna show it. But let me explain what happened. it's so easy in this phase to look away from your character. Okay, and I got too excited here because I'm like, oh, this is a kill. We got enough people alive. N'Zoth's at 7%. I'm getting my CE here finally after this long tier with the boys. And what do? Well, let's take a look. Look, I have all this I have all this space. I have all this space right here, right there, to just go through. But what do? No, no, no. I literally veered into the anguish like it was magnetic because I just lost focus. And this fight is probably one of the easiest end bosses I've seen for a tier in a long time. But as soon as you lose focus for a second, you will die. Maybe not a second, right? Especially not if you're like in Secret Phase. But as soon as you lose track of what you're doing, start thinking about something else like N'Zoth at 5%, and yeah, you're done with the tier. Do this, and then you try to onk and health pot to get out of it, but no, if you die in there, you're dead. But here, this is just all the thoughts are going off. Everybody's gonna go insane, but dead already. So that's N'Zoth, guys, and so that's basically it, guys. Just a real quick note. I don't usually do this, but thanks for watching these videos. It's been a lot of fun making them, and we'll see you for Shadowlands for sure. If you have any questions or anything like that, stop by the stream. I'm more than happy to answer them. And we'll see you on the next one.